What's up, my crypto legends? In this episode, we're just doing a quick update here on Bitcoin. It is the weekend, market is going sideways, a lot of boring action, but we're gonna take a look at some potential moves that could happen in the next coming days. And we also take a look at the DXY because I do think that the DXY is getting exhausted. There is something that I want to explain here, why the DXY is potentially getting exhausted, and we could see it correcting in the next coming weeks or even days, guys. And this is a full recipe on Bitcoin for actually defending this $18,000, $19,000 range. We're also going to take a look at some altcoins such as Phantom and Engine, where I do think there is a potential setup here. It is a risky one because we are fighting the trend. So let's dive in straight into this episode. Hi there, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and let's dive in here straight into the Bitcoin chart because right now it is the weekend. We are consolidating at this range, and I do think it's going to be a little bit of boring price action till Monday potentially. But one of the reasons why we are actually holding this range is that we have created a nice spike on the VPVR, a lot of volatility here, consolidating nicely above the $18,500. It is also around about the 61865 here from this low to the high range over here. As you can see, we are holding pretty nicely this major level as support. Now, one other main reason here, if I zoom out on the daily, remember the consolidation that we were talking about from November and December of 2020 here, we had a pretty large consolidation which was over 2 weeks here, and we did create a pretty nice spike on the VPVR level. Look at the value area high, major daily zone over here. The levels here around about the $19,000 area has very lot of huge volume here, as you can see on the chart. So this is why we are actually defending this level. So if we zoom back in here on the 2 hourly chart here on Bitcoin, this is another reason why how we can actually hold this range. Okay, super important. We're hitting the 61865 from this pump. We've had this correction when we have a big spike on the VPVR because of December, November of 2020. So this is why we could actually have a recovery. But not only this, if we take a look at the DXY, remember we've been talking about the DXY actually going, in a huge uptrend, all right, already here for more than 1 year, about 18 months, as you can see, having a flat double bottom range and then starting a huge uptrend with higher lows right over here and then going a little bit parabolic. We have broken this parabolic trend, as you can see, and now we're just having these highs created, but it looks like that we are getting exhausted because of the RSI. We are actually creating bearish divergence where you create higher highs on the price action and lower highs on the RSI, meaning that at some point you are going to have that pretty deep correction. You're creating the higher highs and you have the lower highs on the RSI. So a potential larger correction on the DXY in the next coming weeks is very, very possible. And this is a recipe to actually save Bitcoin from falling below that $19,000 range, the lows created here in June. So there is a possibility in the coming days that we could actually defend this level. Now, it is the weekend. This is a little bit of no man's land. We could go sideways, have a little bit of volatility, but overall I think this is no trading range for me. You can either long this. If this is anything, this is a long trade for me. But there is a possibility also in actually breaking down and retesting the lows, all right, in the coming days. So it's extremely risky. No trades taken here on my side on Bitcoin. I do only have a risky long position that I do not want to share. It is a risky long only for me, but nothing shared here as a potential long or short in opportunity. Remember, if you are an experienced trader, on Buybit, you have the best bonus available. This is my favorite trading platform for trading cryptos. You have up to $4,450 worth of bonus and 0% maker fee for 30 days if you use my link in the description. Okay, this is the best bonus available that there is right now on Buybit, so make sure to take advantage of it. Now, if we go here into some altcoins, some of them are looking very, very interesting because they do look like they want to have, you know, a big reversal to the upside. We have been going down for quite some time. A lot of them have been creating these bullish divergence, creating these lower lows, and also going sideways and not seeing too much of a selling pressure, just like we did see here on the first and second week of May. It's actually having sideways action, little relief rallies, and not managing to break here and create massive lower lows. The lower lows are very, very small, looking for that potential reversal. Now, looking at Phantom here, why I do think that this could actually get a pretty nice bounce is because we are right now just holding this major level at the 24 cents. We did create higher lows here on the second week and third week of June, as you can see, holding this major uptrend. Now, of course, we are in a very aggressive downtrend, so it's not a good idea to actually fight the trend. I'm just talking about that this is a possibility bounce that we could have right now from this level on Phantom. Another reason why is because we actually hitting that 61865 range from the low here in June to the high that we just created a few days ago. We're actually hitting that 618 level also, as you can see here on the chart, and we do have a pretty interesting spike on the VPBR from the last volume traded the last 2 months. The biggest spike, of course, is at 34 cents over here, but we've also created one right over here where we did have large consolidation here from the 13th till the 18th of June. So this major range could be holding nicely as support, as it was a resistance level here, as you can see that I just explained, from 13th to the 16th to the 19th, sorry, of June, as you can see right over here. So a little bit of confluence there, full recipe for a potential bounce at least to these highs, I would think. Why these highs? Because we do have a resistance and support level here, zooming on the chart, as you can see, where we could get that rejection. I'm talking about that 28.29 cent level. Our resistance there has been support and has been resistance. So we can see a potential double bottom right there, just like we saw a double top. Okay, there is a recipe here for a potential bullish momentum in the next coming days. Of course, this is extremely risky because if you actually long in here, you are fighting the major downtrend, as you can see here on the chart. So let's go back here onto another crypto, and this is Engine. Engine does also look like, you know, something very similar like Phantom, because we are hitting the strongest point of control and Engine. So this is even better, which is at the 46 cent level from the volume traded the last 2 months. This is 2 months of trading. Okay, we are in a downtrend, but you are creating slightly lower lows. This is telling me that the bears are getting kind of exhausted. So what we could see here on Engine, all right, apart from hitting the biggest point of control, we are actually hitting the 618 from this major pump. All right, just hitting that 61865 level, getting that consolidation, very similar to Phantom, where you do actually create a kind of a double top scenario here, double bottom here, slightly lower low, but you are looking for that potential bounce. We do have a lot of resistance, a lot of wicks here, but finally closing, you know, these 2 hourly, 1 hourly candles, even 4 hourly candles below the 47 cents. Okay, looking at this big major resistance zone. And also we did create a low here, just hitting 46 cent level on the 12th of May, where we did have that drop. Well, this was actually being very strong resistance. We finally broke above here, and now we're coming down to retest this low that was retested on the 12th of May. So you got support right there. You have resistance here with a little bit of volatility, of course. You got the 61865 level from this pump. You got the biggest point of control from the volume traded the last 2 months. This is something telling me that a potential bounce on Engine is very possible, because we can see this kind of exhaustion on the price action where we could see some reversal points. Now, of course, this is extremely risky because you are fighting the trend. Any long positions are dangerous right now. Of course, it is all depending on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin doesn't show a sign of strength, okay, then of course it's going to be mission impossible for Phantom, for Engine, and some altcoins that do look like they could have a potential bounce. Guys, stay safe in this crazy market. Enjoy the weekend. Check out the Bitcoinsensus website for the latest news and technical analysis ideas. We've got all our socials down below if you want to join them. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one.